I don't care who you are, and I'm gonna say this out loud. There is no reason whatsoever to keep people on set for 20 plus hours with no pay.
There's an article by Business Insider telling Rufus' story on
Rufus
Burns on his relationship with Morgan Cooper and how he got burned.
Don't have my mans drive your shit all the way across country. That's one thing I would have been like, nah, bro.
Crazy.
You getting bread, you call a mover company, bro. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Filming in Progress. I'm your host, Jor-El Washington, with my co-host,
Esai E. And what's up, everyone? Happy to be back.
Happy to be back indeed.
Shooting another solo dolo episode with me and Jor-El. No guest today.
No guest today. Hey, but we need these, though. These solo dolo episodes, I feel like we unlock a lot more.
Yeah, these are fun.
So, there is another topic I do want to talk about.
Uh-huh.
An article dropped a couple weeks ago.
Oh, the Morgan Cooper thing?
Yeah. Should we talk about that? Are we in space to talk about that, you think?
I mean, yeah, we could talk about it. Like,
What's your opinion on that?
I read the article, and honestly, like, I was just like, dang, like, I hope, like, he addresses it, because honestly, it's not the first time I've heard, like, negative things that Morgan has done to local filmmakers. Most of them being around, like, not getting paid or being lied to about, like, payment. So, like, yeah, like, for Rufus, I never met Rufus, but I remember, like, when I first started watching Morgan stuff, he had a YouTube channel, and Rufus was always doing stuff with him on it, like, you know, like, they seem close. They seem like good friends. So to see Rufus, like, make that article and kind of be in that space sucks, because I'm like, damn, like, it'd be like, you know, like, if someone sees me and you as friends, and then, like, 2 or 3 years from now, like, you're like, yeah, like,
fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
I mean, you don't talk no more.
You know, it's like some real shit must have happened. And like I said, I don't know Rufus, and I've only met Morgan once, and he seemed really cool. But I just heard a lot of things that, like if you hear 1 or 2 times, you're like, oh, maybe they're just hating, you know, maybe
When
like,
you hear it consistently.
yeah, maybe like, okay, maybe we're just like a little jealous of something or like whatever. But then you start hearing more and more stories that happened even before his success in Bel Air, and you're like, well, like, yeah, like, why would, you know, they bring that up, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of people that like refuse to work with him in town, and I'm like, dang, like, I know some assholes in town that, you know, most people still work with.
You almost fought one.
Yeah. Yeah, so like, so yeah, it's just like, dang, like, if it's that serious where they're like, nah, I wouldn't ever be on a set with Morgan again, I'm like, there's something, like, the truth is somewhere in the middle. Like, maybe some people are exaggerating, some people are like taking the opportunity to, like, maybe, you know, get attention off of, like, exaggerating a story or something. But I do feel like there has been harm done, and I just wish Morgan would address it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wonder what his people are telling him, actually.
I mean, who knows? Morgan might not care. Morgan's like, I got nothing. Like, he's in LA. Like, I'll go fuck. Like,
Because it all stays. I mean, that article, that Ebony, the person who wrote the article, her readership went up, though. Like, articles passed since then, her article's just been shooting up.
That's amazing.
So, like, and then I know Carrie's article drops soon too. I don't know when exactly, but I know Ruf. Like, I got to work with Ruf on YouTube videos. We worked on a commercial or so together when I was just a coordinator or a PA or something like that. And then he just came. First time I just saw Rufus since probably 2019. Yeah, since 2019, he was on Devontae's short a couple weeks ago on Jive. Was one of the main actors.
Oh, cool.
Came into town from St. Louis, and I was just like, bro. And like we embraced, gave each other. So like, it's like crazy to see Rufus after so many years, because once he came back from LA, he just completely cut ties with like everybody, and like was like, I gotta go into hiding. I gotta go figure my mental out and like be on his own.
That sucks. Like, I just wish, like, I feel like it didn't have to get to that point. You know, like, a communication could have been made, like, to at least let him brace for like not being a part of Bel Air at all.
Yeah,
you know, at least
don't have my mans drive your shit all the way across country. That's one thing I would have been like, nah, bro.
crazy.
You getting bread, you call a mover company, bro.
Yeah, and like, Yeah, bro. Like it's just.
Or have your mom pack your shit up. Don't call your homie and ask him to drive your shit cross country, bro.
Yeah, like that. And for people that haven't read the article, like there's an article by Business Insider, telling Rufus' story on
Rufus Burns
on his relationship with Morgan Cooper and how he got burned, and promised to work on Bel Air, and it just didn't happen, and he kind of got the runaround for a few years, but it just sucks that like it could have been prevented, like, you know,
easily.
That's what it sucks about it. It's like, yo, like you don't have to keep someone, like, because I mean it's like a life-changing opportunity, and if that's not gonna happen, at least give them time to brace for it, and like, you know, because you're grieving, like, damn, like this reality that I thought was gonna happen after so many years, not gonna happen. But on top of that, it's like I've moved to a different city. I'm going into debt. I'm not working with the hopes of getting an opportunity, and you're essentially gaslighting me to believe this is gonna happen. But you know it's not gonna happen. It's like, well, like, bro, just communicate that. Like, you know, don't leave people in limbo. Like,
that's the thing. Like, even, and I feel like I was trying to give Morgan like even the benefit of the doubt early on when all of it like actually came out and shit, before Rufus dropped the article, when everybody was just talking about it throughout the city. I was like, I mean, the EP's in charge, so whatever the EP says goes.
For sure.
And like, who knows what happened? I know that one EP was on, and then when a premature email got leaked or came out, then that EP was gone, I think, apparently. So like when projects change hands, then like, of course, like, you know, Rufus probably was at one point, you know, looked at like, okay, we could probably use him as Jazz, and then like, it's Will Smith's project though. It's what's his company again? Westbrook. So like, of course, who he ever brings on, whatever they say, they're gonna do. And like, it probably came to a point where like, oh, we actually don't like this person, and you know, you don't.
I don't even think he ever auditioned though. Like,
yeah, he didn't audition. He didn't get the opportunity. He didn't get literally didn't even get the opportunity that he was even promised. Like, that's the fucked up part. I think Jerry, the guy who played Will, got a call but didn't get anything either, because he like went MIA too. Like, he came out of acting, is what Corey told me, to like do this role for them, and then like got burned again, and then he's like, fuck that, I don't want to be a part of this shit ever again.
Yeah.
So at least, once again, fact check me, Corey. I know you out there listening too, so comment below if I'm missing any specific facts, because like, people need to know about this shit. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
are working out here and not getting paid by certain people, and it's starting to take toll.
I mean, being completely transparent, like, I've heard multiple times that Morgan has either like taken advantage of people and promised them pay, or like he says like, hey, like, you know, it's a low budget thing, but you know, we're gonna take care of you. And then when it comes to them like trying to figure out if they can invoice or pay, they're like, no, this is a free gig. It's just like, bro, like, you know, people are working on passion project all the time in the city. Like here, like the standard here, like even with elevator money, like that came all out of my.
That was an overnight too.
That was overnights. It was out of my savings account. Like, I didn't have a sponsorship from Adorama. I didn't have like sponsorships from here and there. Like, that was straight out of pocket.
And you were able to take care of the crew.
Yeah, like,
you at least took care of the crew.
Yeah, you tell the crew, you communicate. It's like, hey, like, I don't have like a crazy budget, but would you do $200 a day? Like,
did you pay people?
Like, Liv, I paid her like, I forget how much, the art director.
But you still, you were able to take care of certain people to the point where you were like, hey guys, you were transparent still. That's what I'm saying. You were 100% transparent, and that's the fucking
That's what
problem.
I don't like. I don't like when people gaslight. I don't like when people promise or something, and especially when you're in a position of power like Morgan was, to use that, and because people aren't going to second guess your intentions as much, because you got the status, you got this name, whatever. People are willing to work and give their time and support you, and for you just to like not be transparent with them is like a slap in their face. It's a slap in my face, because I'm like, yo, like I'm doing this, and a bunch of other filmmakers are doing this in Kansas City.
And this is why people don't want to do
Kansas City
the passion projects anymore.
Exactly, and it's like, we got less money than Morgan. You know, we got less resources than Morgan, but we're still trying to do shit the right way, being completely transparent, communicating, and paying what we can. Like, I went into debt for elevator money. You know, thank God I got work and like I was able to get out of debt or whatever. But like, I went into debt to help my people, to help my crew members. And what irks me is that like, in the case of Morgan Cooper, he preaches like it's a family. is you take care of your people, you this and that. And then when I'm really hearing from people like off camera, when he's not on a podcast or he's not giving a Q&A, is the complete opposite. I'm like, damn, bro, like that shit irks me. I'm like, that is a narcissistic type of way
ass shit
to move. And like I said, I don't know Morgan. I don't know if this is true, but I do know like a lot of people that work in the industry that have that social proof of like having to do people right. Cause that's how this business works. Like we have to do people right. Cause if not, we won't get hired again. If you're out here scamming or out here doing people dirty, people are not going to want to work with you.
Like, I'm pretty sure he can't come back to the city and work. Even if he tried.
I mean, I think he could. He definitely could get.
Okay, actually, you're right. Because he is DGA now. He's signed with an agency, too. So, if Barkley or the VMLs needed Morgan to come through and direct a project, then yes, of course, they could. Could they hire people through the city? Yes, of course, they could. Because it wouldn't be him directly hiring them people.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, once people find out that his name's on the call sheet, it's going to be a really fucking cold set.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to really feel like being there. They'll do the work, but ain't nobody really going to put their heart into it.
Yeah, and that's just what sucks is like the culture that we want to do, even with this podcast, even with like what we're doing with our own individual projects. Like we're trying to make the city feel a lot more transparent and to feel like our intentions are good. Like we're not out here to do people dirty. Even like if for whatever reason, like this podcast was a blow up or, you know, elevator money becomes a huge commercial success. It's like, no, like the reality is like I had to call like friends or people in the industry and ask for favors and pay what I could, if not for free. And they came through and helped me. So whenever I do get in a position or you get in a position or whoever's watching this gets in a position to reciprocate that and bring opportunity, bring, you know, cool projects that people can work on. We want that to not be the case of like, oh, fuck, Esai's working on this. Oh, Jor-El's working on this. Like,
exactly.
Like, that's not the energy. That's not the culture we want to bring. And it does, like, frustrate me a little bit if the stuff about Morgan is true because it's like, damn, bro, like, you had the shot to really change the culture, to really change, you know, the movement in the city. And instead, like, everyone here that's actually foot on the ground doing this is like, nah, I wouldn't work with him. Like, that is kind of what disappoints me because I'm like, damn, bro. Because I thought he was the one doing it. I thought, you know, I mean, before I knew about all this shit, like, I'm like, damn, like, I looked up to Morgan. I'm like, damn, Morgan's really out here doing this. Like, this is dope. Like, you know?
No, you're not wrong because I looked up to him, too. I had a really good conversation. We went to, it was on USV. It was during USV week or it was right after USV. But him and Johnny asked me to come see Petey at Shakespeare in the Park. And, like, me and Morgan had a really great conversation. I was like, oh, my God, I didn't think I would ever get as close to you as this right now. But, like, here we are literally having, yeah, bro, anytime you need anything, bro, just let me know. I got you, bro. Like, you can use the camera, da-da-da-da. You just give me a COI, and I got you. Like, shit, like conversations like that. And I'm like, damn, this is a really, like, he's grounded. Like, he's really trying to do the shit and bring everybody with him. Bro, you shouldn't. I don't care who you are, and I'm gonna say this out loud. There is no reason whatsoever to keep people on set for 20 plus hours with no pay.
Yeah,
you're an asshole, especially if it's all in one location. You're a giant asshole.
Yeah, and like I said, you know more experience about working with him. I wasn't on that set.
That set was trash, bro.
Yeah, I've heard horror stories.
Adorama gave, once again, fact checkers, check this shit. But regardless, from what I heard, Adorama gave him $25,000 to do USV, and he went off and got a Tribeca award for it too. And didn't you just tell me recently that who it's about, Moji, he hasn't really gotten any kind of traction going for him at all.
I mean, yeah, Moji's like a YouTuber. Like his channel was pretty small when I watched him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know it was him.
Right.
Until like 2 or 3 videos in of like his YouTube channel. I was like, oh, he has like a USV video poster in his video. And then like 3 videos in, I was like, oh shit, this is him? But like, I don't know like if he tries to keep it low key or like if he had a falling out with Morgan. But like, yeah, bro had like a couple thousand subscribers. And I'm like, bro, your story won a Tribeca award. Like, you should be way more on than this. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like that just goes to show that like I mean, yes, you have to be out for yourself in this industry. 100%. I get that. because there are snakes. There are people who will take advantage of you from all points, all top, bottom, doesn't matter. But being transparent with people, being honest with people, like being genuine, being a true, like, decent human being, that's not hard to ask for, man. That's not hard to ask for at all.
Yeah.
It might hurt my feelings that you tell me I can't audition or I can't be on the crew, but, like, you told me, and at least I know now, and I can go about my day and go off somewhere else. It got to the point where I think me and Devontae and Carrie, maybe a couple other people were getting we got an email from Morgan's assistant, Bernardo or whatever.
Yeah. To
like, hey, this is a sketch. I got your name from such and such. We wanted to see if you would be interested in working on the show. And then he sent like a follow-up email like a week or two later about like, hey, dates are changing. Would these dates kind of work? And it's just like,
but there's never like resolution.
Exactly. I was like, he's just sending this just to send this out to make it seem like we got an opportunity, but knowing damn well we don't have any kind of opportunity whatsoever because they're not flying anybody from KC out to LA. Yeah. That's not happening.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean that like I said, I've never worked with Morgan on a set, and I've never like I've only met him once. That was after his premiere at his apartment at the after party. He seemed really cool. And yeah, like,
oh, you did go to the USV premiere with. I forgot about that.
And if nothing else, like, it really caught me off guard when like 10 different local filmmakers like give me different stories, different situations, and I'm like, whoa, like, you know what I mean? Like, it disappointed me in the fact that like I'm like, damn, like this is someone I would really vouch for, someone that I would really like.
I knew you looked up to. I remember you talking about him at Mo West, bro.
Yeah, like I knew Morgan before. Like I was watching his YouTube videos. I didn't even know he was from here. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, this dude's dope. And to then hear like all this stuff, like, you know, years later, I'm like, dang, bro. Like I really, you know, I gotta be careful. Like who I look up to, I gotta be careful who I vouch for. Yeah. Especially because I'm like, you know, like I don't want to burn anybody else. And you know what I mean? Whether that's like people that I work with, because Morgan's reached out to people I work with, you know, like,
oh no, stuff. Yeah, for sure.
You know, and like they asked me like, yeah, what do you think about Morgan? Like, and I'm like, just be careful. Like I honestly, I've heard so many mixed things, and I don't know what is 100% true, but I know it's a red flag. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, just be careful. So I don't know. I would love to. I hate talking about people,
and they're not here. I get that. I get that.
I would love if Morgan, bro. Like if you ever wanted to come on this podcast, bro.
Don't come on, but we'll take it live.
No,
I'll video chat.
Take a seat, bro, because I don't want to like talk about someone and not have them be able to defend themselves. Even if we disagree, I think a beautiful thing is just to like look at each other eye to eye and be like, bro, these are the facts. This is what we're hearing.
You know what? That's fair. Come forward, my man. Like, what are you hiding from? Like, in all honesty, even though the article didn't gain as much national traction, but it gained local traction out the wazoo in the Midwest area. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. But I guarantee you, whoever he's working with out in LA, they saw that article. I know his agency saw that article
for sure,
and they might have shrugged it off, but like I don't think they're understanding that like more articles are about to drop.
Yeah.
So like, what's your response, bro, for all these people that you have done wrong, who feel betrayed, who feel dirty from working with you? Like, what is your response to these people? Are you ever gonna apologize? Are you just gonna like never come back to the city? Like, what's your true game plan here, my guy?
Yeah.
Because if you ever do get accepted for an Oscar, or if you ever get some major award, there's always going to be controversy that comes with it now because you never addressed this problem.
Yeah.
Like Will Smith addressed his problem at least. Sure, it was an unfortunate problem, but he still addressed the slap. It took him a while, but he still did it. He didn't do it in a professional way, don't get me wrong. But
yeah, like it's just a communication thing. It's like it should never get to that point where like, because if Morgan does become more successful, bigger and bigger, like, yeah, there's going to be more controversy. So it's like, why not squash it now?
Yeah.
It's a local thing that, yeah, like it's been really rough for some people. You know what I mean? But like you could fix those wrongs now. If that shit is true, I'm not saying it is or isn't, because I honestly only know what I've heard.
Right.
So I would love to hear his side of the story, like, and just compare and be like, yo, like these are the facts. Like, what do you have to say about that? And maybe he's going to say some shit that we don't know. But like, I would love to be like, bro, like just say sorry. Like,
sorry, bro.
Like, that's all people really want. And some people actually want money.
Hey, well, I know the people who want money, and they're going to get their money, but there are people who just want, there are certain people here who just want to hear, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Acknowledge like, yo, bro, I used you and I'm sorry for that.
You didn't even really apologize for keeping us in Grandview for 23 fucking hours, bro. Like
23 hours?
Bro, it was like a 22, 23 hour. Well, actually, it was 23 by the time I got home because I'm all the way up north. I'm in Grandview.
Almost
That's an hour drive.
24-hour day.
Almost a 24-hour day, bro.
That's crazy.
Almost a 24-hour day on set.
That's wild.
Like, I don't care who the fuck you are. There is no reason anyone should ever be on your set for 24 fucking hours.
That's not safe at all.
For one location.
Yeah.
In a small apartment
and
where no one else can. All the crew. I know Carrie has photos. I think some other people have photos, but there's photos and videos of us like lining up on the sidewalk, sleeping on each other's shoulders and shit.
You had to be outside?
Bro, they were in this tiny ass apartment and only like Art, Denzel Whitaker, Johnny, one PA, and I think Sound and LaRon was up there, and or Larry, and that was it. Everyone else was downstairs. Grip, Jeannie, just people lined up on the street downstairs, like 15 to 20 people. I remember at one point, Will literally was like, "Look, I don't need to be here. I got shit to do." And this is before I really like started fucking Will all the way. Like me and Will were friends. We've been friends since Mo West, but started really diving in before Will. Like Will was like, "I'd rather go out and enjoy my night." And that's what I'm gonna go do. And that's what he did. He left. I remember falling asleep in my car and getting woken up by Carrie being like, "Johnny, what the fuck's going on, bro? You said an hour, 2 hours ago. Like, where we at now?" And I'm just like, "Bro, we're still here. Oh my God, what time is it? Oh shit, I need to wake up,
insane,
go out there and check on everybody."
And the fact that this is unpaid.
Well, I got paid. I know I got paid. I know Devontae got paid. I know JJ got paid. Okay. I don't know who else got paid. And if you did not get paid on USV, you should come forward and say something, because I hate the fact that I got paid for that, knowing that 15, 20 other people didn't get a lick of shit, and they were there just as long as I was.
Damn.
That's why Will left, because Will wasn't getting paid shit.
Yeah.
I don't need to be here for 18 hours for y'all motherfuckers. Y'all ain't paying me or moving my career.
That's what's crazy to me. It's like, I can't imagine doing that to like
anybody,
on a set, bro.
No, like none of our people. I would never. I'll take a loss, bro.
I'll go in a day. All right, we got an extra day. Fuck it, we'll figure out how to get the money for it. But like, to do that, like, and especially if I'm not paying people, I can't. I remember my elevator money. We had our cast in wardrobe and everything, and we were so behind schedule. I think they were only there for maybe like 8 hours though. But it was cold, and we weren't able to get to their shots, and I felt so bad. And they were pissed. They were like, "I've been here out in the cold, in makeup and wardrobe," and I had to call them the next day. And I called Cleara, I called Freddie, I called like our other actress, and I was like, "Hey, I gotta tell you, I'm sorry. Like, that's not okay. Like, you shouldn't have had to be out in the cold, and you were promised to like be on camera because you're prepping, right? Like, they had memorized their lines.
You gotta memorize lines. You gotta get into character.
They were getting character, and I was like, I told y'all we were gonna shoot, and even throughout the shoot, I was like, we're gonna get to it, and then we were just so unprepared on production. On my end, I should have had better preparation. We were behind schedule, and I'm sorry, that's not your fault. Like, that's fully my fault, and like, I promise that won't happen again. Yeah. And that's just because like they were out in the cold for 8 hours, right? I mean, we had a heater and stuff, and like crafty and food, and like they didn't go hungry or nothing, like, but like they were promised something, it didn't happen. I gotta acknowledge it and be like, yo, that's my bad. Like, this was my fault. Like, I'm sorry.
Own up to your mistakes.
Yeah,
that's what people don't want to do in this industry, and especially people who have power. They don't want to own up to their fucking mistakes. They rather pawn it off on somebody else until it's the PA having to tell somebody, and that PA is gonna get fired, and you're like, okay, cool, I can hire me another PA and I can make him do all the bitch work now.
Yeah.
It's trash, bro.
It is trash. So, Morgan, if you listen to this, if you see a clip of this, bro, like, we would love to have you on.
We definitely making a clip of this snippet, boy. You best believe your ass is about to get reeled. Along with Will Smith's Emancipation Talk.
We would love to have you on, Morgan. And like I said, like, I
can't promise what happens if he's here, though, bro.
You're less neutral because you work with them and you have more, like, experience. I'm more of a neutral state because I haven't worked with Morgan.
I'm less neutral because I worked with him, and I know the people he's fucked over, and I know the people who are suing him.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm sorry. I'm not Team Morgan. Like, I can give a damn if he does apologize. Yeah, man. Like, just please, in the future, and this goes for anybody. This goes to all the Charleses, all the Ryans out there, our young guys coming up.
They're doing it right.
Who's doing it right?
They're doing it right.
Bro.
Ryan too. Ryan, I'm really proud of Ryan, bro.
Hey, I'm hella proud of Ryan.
Everything Ryan's doing is sick, man. I love to see like just his growth last year.
Absolutely, man. His festival had a really good turnout, bro. Shout out to Ryan for that festival turnout.
Shout out to Ryan Jenga and Jenga Films.
Jenga Films did it right, bro.
Yeah.
We had a lot of good short films in that one. If you missed that one, bro, it was one to really be.
We gotta do like a out the trunk festival or like a filming in progress. Like I want to do one where we all come together. Like
I would like, and that's what me and D were trying to work on last year. For this year, me and D need to get back into talks on that. So it'll probably push another year. But I would love a full on collective like film festival where all of us like get together and we're not just doing them sporadically here and there. But I like that we are doing those because
I think we need to do it sporadically though.
It shows that we're out here working. It shows that we're trying to showcase our work too, and we're not scared to do it either. And we got such a good relationship with the Glenwood Arts Theater. Like they have came clutch through for all of the premieres that we want to do every single time, bro. Yeah. So like honestly, if we do a film festival, I'm holding it out there no matter what at Glenwood Arts. So like Kansas is gonna get the money, not Missouri. Yeah,
I love Kansas. I'm from Kansas, so
Wyandotte boy.
Wyandotte baby. But anyways, I have to go pee, so let's wrap this bitch up.
Oh man, but yeah, thank y'all again. This has been Filming in Progress. This is a hot take, I say. This is definitely a hot take episode.
This is a good, it's a hot take episode. We definitely like we try to be transparent. Like we're not gonna tiptoe around stuff and like, you know, we're not saying like we know everything. We're not saying
exactly. I'm not saying I know all the shit that happened. Like, please ask others though. Because they'll tell you that they were there for 22 plus hours.
Yeah, like and like I said, like I just know what I've heard and I'm putting that out there, you know, and to help like protect other filmmakers, protect other people, and not just with Morgan, but just other filmmakers. You know, same thing with Abraham.
Bro, he was your homie. You tell
Abraham, what's his last name?
We had a whole
Abraham Cece
podcast with my mans here.
We never published it.
And we never published it because of the shit he did. He scammed and like what makes me mad about that is, did you see Lakota called him out on someone's comments after someone posted the Morgan pit. Yeah. He was like, "Oh, you shouldn't like ride in this lane or something like that. Stick to what you." And I was just like, "Bro, no, like you should probably talk. Like you gonna get talked about next. You might not be as big as Morgan, but you fucked over a lot of people too.
A whole week of shooting.
20
plus people on crew. No one got paid.
2 different projects, and you had how much bread, bro?
No one got paid.
Like, no, that's not on your producer Louis. That's on you and him. Yeah, figure that shit out, bro, and then start calling people to come help you again. Don't call people while you still owing people, bro. That's crazy. Sucking trash. But yeah, this has been Filming in Progress. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a little heated on this one. I knew this was gonna be a hot episode.
We love y'all. If y'all want to hear more juice, or not really. I mean, this episode was spicy, but there is a whole episode we should do on just like our stories of being scammed.
Is there a film term for like?
We just made it up.
Not the tea, not the juice.
Spicy.
Spicy.
All
right. This has been a spicy take.
If y'all want to hear an episode on more spicy takes or just stories of how we got fucking screwed over.
Bro, the Broadway Collective. Yeah, we got to get out of this one.
So y'all don't have to go through the same thing. You can catch the red flags early on. Comment down below. But yeah, this is Filming in Progress.
If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, and share.
Yep.
Yeah, boy, you got it. This is Filming in Progress. Love y'all. Peace.